Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to Trans and Intersex History Africa, and today we bring you our Archival Conversations. As usual, every Friday, Archival Conversations where we speak or are in conversation with activists, individuals, trendsetters, trans and intersex people from Africa. In this way, we document our histories, we celebrate our achievements, we explore our journeys, and archive all this as part of a living archive of trans and intersex Africans. Today, we are joined by Anita Stephen Ssebuuma, a Ugandan transgender woman, refugee rights advocate, and human rights defender now based in Toronto, Canada. After fleeing persecution in Uganda because of her gender identity, Anita sought refuge in Kenya, where she lived in Kakuma Refugee Camp and survived repeated targeted attacks. Rather than allowing those experiences to silence her, she became one of the courageous voices advocating for the protection, dignity, and rights of LGBTIQ plus refugees. Today, she continues to stand in solidarity with refugees and asylum seekers, ensuring that those still in waiting for safety are not forgotten. Anita, welcome to the TIHA Archival Conversations.
Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
To everyone. And we are talking to you from Toronto, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And for those of you who have joined us, please, we would like to let you know that this interview or conversation will be conducted in both Luganda and English, just to ensure that we get everything out of Anita that can be archived for our future use as trans and intersex Africans. So, Anita, okutandika, we are going to start from the beginning, where you start from, where the little baby Anita started from. Anita, where were you born? Were you
I
born in
born
Uganda?
I born in Uganda the before the district called Masaka, but now called Bukoma Simbi district. I born the village was called Kikondele. That's where I am born, and I've born like another person. I born like in the body for the man. But when I start glowing, uh,
You
when I
were born
started,
in a man's body.
yes,
Okay.
yeah, I born with a man's body. But when I glow, because I grow with my grandmother, she died in 2020 in 2011, and when I was growing, I want to work because that time my father selling a clothes in the Mugulo market, you know.
Your grandfather was selling clothes
No,
in a
my
market,
father
in a weekly market.
in the weekly market, yeah.
Yes.
Then Wamalo Kutundembe, there's some clothes there's Vikao.
So every time he sold clothes, there would be some clothes left unsold.
Yes, but
Uh-huh.
me, I choose. I'm going. I pick the clothes for the woman, and I wear that
So
clothes.
you picked out the clothes that were left for women, women's
Yeah,
clothes, and you wear them yourself.
yeah, but that time I don't know what it means, and the even clothes for my grandmother I wear the clothes my mother, and even the Gomez I wear the Gomez
Wait a
side.
minute. You used to wear your grandmother's clothes.
Yes, even the Gomez.
The traditional cloth for
Yeah,
Baganda.
the Gomez Foundation. I wear it, and me, I don't know what's just when I wear the clothes, I feel like I'm so comfortable. I say I'm looking good,
Yeah,
but I don't know what it means.
yeah.
Then I grow. Uh,
Did you have other siblings in the family, brothers, sisters?
yeah, I have born like 5 children.
Five
Uh,
children. Were you all in the same house?
yeah, with the same house.
Okay.
Uh, 2 girls and 3 boys.
Okay.
But they don't. Even the family,
Yeah.
they don't understand. But they laugh because
Oh,
like a person who, like they a comedian, like they know they like I do like a comedian, but even me myself, I don't know
so your
what's
family
going
used
on.
to just laugh about it.
Yeah, but they
Okay.
don't know. Even me, I don't know what's going on, but I love just the clothes. When I remember one day I was at school, and
Yeah.
the 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 schoolmate starting saying the in Uganda
Yeah.
bakyogera nti omulenzi yeyisa abakazi, omulenzi yeyisa abakazi, alina akabina ng'ak'abakazi kati
So you
because
were returning from school one day, and your schoolmates started shouting, "Oh, this girl,
yeah,
this boy who behaves like women,
uh-huh,
he has
uh-huh,
yash like for women."
yeah.
Okay.
Kati because Jenali Nsomera was
Mhm.
from West Mbachiga, they got the code Kinyanyabist.
They called you. They described you as a woman with a with
Yeah,
a with a balm like for women.
yeah.
Western Uganda, where you
No,
went.
they say nga kyebaga mu Luganda nti omulenzi omuwala.
Oh, they said the boy who is a girl.
Yes.
Okay.
But me, I feel bad
Mm.
because me myself, I am a boy, but the people close to me, they see a picture of a woman or a girl or
Oh,
whatever. But
so it was disturbing you that they called
yeah,
boy who is a girl.
yeah.
Okay.
But they continue because
Mm.
I okwepena ayinga nepena n'abawala
You played the
mbuke,
games for girls.
yeah, like mbuke emyoso.
Uh-huh.
But but me, I don't know. Just I feel
You
free.
were just comfortable playing
Yeah,
the
I'm
girls.
comfortable. Yeah, the girls,
Okay.
but I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna bwe ekyante okutegeera nti maybe nze kye nafuna mu bwongo bwange,
Yeah.
it is not normal for me.
So
My
you started thinking you're not normal.
Yes.
Okay.
When my brother get like a girlfriend
Yes.
and they do that kind of things, you understand.
Okay. They kind of misbehaved. Oh,
No,
not misbehaved. Oh, I thought
they
it was
do
your brother and sister.
no.
No. They engaged in
Yeah, in the
practices. Yes.
in the yeah,
Uh-huh.
but to me, I don't have that kind of the thing my brother have with a woman, and and I
Okay.
ask myself why me I don't have that feelings.
Yes.
Maybe I say maybe now maybe I'm so young.
Mm.
Maybe later they gonna come.
Yeah.
Then I grow when I get 15 years.
Yeah.
When I start get a feeling when
Were
I
you
see
still in school?
yes,
Okay.
when I see a boy
Mhm.
nga mukulu kunze,
When you saw older boys, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
and when I see the fly and I still start get a feeling,
You were attracted to them,
yes,
those boys, yeah.
And I don't know. I say, I don't know how can I do that things because it's so traumatizing me when you go to Okutima Amazi Kuluzi.
Mm. When
Then
you went to fetch water.
yes, and you know the tuzanyana tuzanyazanya, you know, but when I pray with them, I want ganjara kwata kubusolo bwabwe kati
Yeah,
kati
so you related with boys in a way of attraction. You
yeah.
were attracted to them, and you knew yourself to be a boy, but you were disturbed as to why you were different from the others.
Yeah,
Was
and
there a name that people did you know other people who felt like you?
no, because maybe we are young, they think
Okay,
like we are funny, we are praying, you know, just
okay.
we are boys,
Were there
we
others who
touch
were
each
like you?
other. Maybe, but we
You
can
didn't know about them.
yeah, some because twatuzanga ngaze ntwalanga kya muzannyo naye nga tenganze feelings zange gye ziringa naye nga bongo maybe nga tebakimanyi nti nabo nga
Okay.
tebakimanyi what's going
Let's
on.
focus on you now, not them.
Yeah,
Yeah. So at school, you were different. The kids were laughing at you. At
yeah,
home, they thought you were doing comedy.
yes,
Yourself, you thought you were abnormal because this is what you liked. You like
yeah,
to play with girls, you like to play with boys. So when you got to adolescence, kavubuka,
mm,
that is when you started really wanting to be with these boys. But what
yeah,
other things happened around there? Because when you grow older, people start
mm.
wondering, people start questioning. Like, as you walked around in the village and elsewhere in the church, were you facing these same questions?
Yeah, when I grow and I get 18 years, 17,
18.
20, 21, and
Mm.
because we are we have like Sony radio, you know Sony radio?
You had a Sony radio at home, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we put like radio, we hear the news, we hear the programs and
Mhm.
whatever. And one day there's some radio we put on and I hear someone saying there's some guys in here in Kampala Makindye
Mm.
nti ayagala abasajja.
So you put on your radio. You were in the village, right?
Yes,
And
yes,
you heard on the radio somebody saying that there is a guy in Makindi who likes men.
yes.
Uh-huh.
Kati ne bamwogerako bingi. Kati nze bwe bamwogerako ne we nafunira that endowooza nti nange nninga oyo
So
njagala
when you heard
mmulabeko.
they talked about this guy on radio, and when you heard what they said, you realized you're like him. So you're like, oh, maybe I'm like this guy.
Yes.
Okay.
Kati nangamba
Attracted to
I
other
want
guy.
to meet that guy.
Uh-huh.
That way, but nga sinabera kwezuula because nakiwulira simumanyi naye nga nange ngamba ne Kampala waliyo omuntu afaanana nga nze
Yeah,
naye nga
so you started wondering in Kampala, there's somebody in the capital city, there's somebody who's
yeah,
like me. You had never heard of anybody or any
no,
boy being attracted to other boys.
no,
Okay.
no,
Uh-huh.
but
So what did you do
but
then?
I start I continue school
Yeah.
and I have some, you know, the where we twasomera waliwo abaana abakulu abatusingako emyaka, you know.
There were
But
older boys the older kids in your school in the
yeah,
area where you studied from. Yeah.
yeah, but nga bwe ntuula n'oyo omulenzi, I feel like ng'omwami wange.
So there was a boy that you used to sit with and you felt like he was your husband.
Yeah,
Okay.
but nga ne mmala ne nkivaako.
And this time you're about 18?
Yeah, I was 18,
Okay.
but ne mmala ne nkivaako then ne okusoma ne kukoma awo when my grandmother died and I don't have where to live.
So your grandmother died, you had no you couldn't go to school anymore.
Yeah, anymore.
Yeah.
Then I start to build a street because because there is no one who can help me, and
Yeah.
I came to Kampala town.
Oh, that's how you came to the city. Kampala is a city.
Yeah, the city.
Yeah.
Then when I came to Kampala,
Hmm.
I start like smaller business.
Yeah. In
Uh
Kampala, did you meet people like you?
no, when
Genda.
I go there, I didn't meet anyone,
Okay.
but uh because when I go there, starting painting nails.
You were painting women's nails commercially.
Yes,
Okay, they
yeah,
paid you to do that. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when I was sitting, when we prepare my stuff to go to work,
Uh-huh.
I was sitting that side, and one guy has come. Omusajja omu n'ajja. Then nangamba nsala enjala.
So you also worked with men. So you're saying a man came and he wanted his nails trimmed.
Yeah, yes.
All right.
Kati ne musala enjala. Kati bwe namusala enjala kati bwe yankwata bw'ati ku kisambi. Because that's where my feeling is.
Okay, so you trimmed his nails.
Yeah, nankwata ku kisambi.
Okay.
Then kati nenfuna feeling,
All right. So even during the time when you were doing his nails,
Yeah,
you were feeling hot because of that
yeah.
attention. Uh-huh.
Uh, then I don't know, oba bayonwana kisalemu oba it is not good to say.
Did you date that man?
Yeah,
Okay.
and nankwatako
Okay,
n'asituka.
so you dated him. Mwafuuka
Yeah,
ba mwami na mukyala. You dated that man.
yeah, but we shared a number and we started connecting. But I
Oh,
did that guy for like
mm,
5 years,
okay.
but without sex,
Okay.
because I don't know simanyi denga chetukola
Okay.
just
So
yeah.
what you're saying is that you became close to this man, you dated for 5 years, and then what happened? We don't want to know the other details, but
What
where did
happened?
you end up with him?
Because
Because you look like you want to say where you ended up.
yeah, when we ended up,
Mm.
it is like me nze nali sibitegeera bulungi, ndi amateur, kati nga
Mhm.
ye atalina expert nga lamuonera ebiseera because tukola naye mukwano guli ogw'omu kisenge. Then aseera mbwe yajjireyo Kenya n'agenda n'amulako.
So he disappeared after 5 years and went to Kenya.
Yeah,
Okay. Which year was this?
was 2014.
Okay, Anita, during those 5 years, did you see other people like you in Kampala?
No,
Because this is 2014,
yes,
but you did not meet any other queer people.
no.
Okay.
Then after left me,
Yeah.
I start getting a number, and I know the number like maybe 10 numbers. You can call someone. Ngafune pandike number kusumya nenkuba ninayo
So
zenjawulo.
you got random numbers, 10 numbers,
Yeah,
and called them. Why?
yes, because I was looking for someone like me.
Okay. So
But
you got random numbers and called them.
yeah,
Okay, what
yeah,
happened then?
I find that guy. The radio was talking about when I was in the village.
Okay, all right, all right. So it was luck that you got the person
Yeah,
on the internet.
yeah,
What
I get
happened
that
when you?
person, but when I get that person, the person have like one legs.
Okay, they were disabled
Mulema.
with a disability.
Yes,
Okay,
omwami mulema. But the bad thing I find that side, nti yalina omuntu mu nnyumba omulala.
okay. So let's rush through that bit so that we go to the next step. So this guy
Okay.
had somebody else in the house when
Yeah.
you went to meet him, and it didn't work out.
No, because it's my first time. I don't know how nga simanyi bakikolamu, ndaba abantu babiri, neŋŋaana nenvaawo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're in Kampala now. You've met two people so far at that point, 2014, and then how do you end up in Nairobi? Because from Kampala you went to Nairobi.
Yeah, to enter Nairobi is not a easier journey because
Let's hear that story.
yeah, when I was in Kampala, I have a boyfriend.
Okay.
That boyfriend, it is like LC1 chairman.
They were a local government leader. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then they pay me rent, put in nyumba, buy me food, went everything
Oh,
I
they
want.
took care of you, paid your rent.
Yeah.
Oh.
But omanyi nti omuntu ng'obadde n'omuntu for long time nga tannaba kukulaba nga yena gwe yeegomba. Understand?
You have to continue so that I can translate that because I don't get it yet. Ngobadde
Ah,
n'omuntu.
naye nga yena gwe yeegombako before n'abaana atamufuna abaana ne
Uh-huh.
batogenda wala.
Uh-huh.
Then kati nze bye yafuna nze ntobeerawo ebbanga then omuntu n'afuna conversation naye. Then
So you stayed with this guy, but he was admiring another guy somewhere.
yes.
And then eventually he started communicating to that guy.
Yes.
And then
N'aŋŋamba nsobola okuleetako omuntu wange wano omulala.
uh-huh.
Nefuna mu good time naye.
Mm-hmm.
Mutima ne ŋŋamba omusajja ampa rent buli kimu. Lwaki mba ŋŋaana? Ne ŋŋamba it's okay.
Ojja kwetegereza nti bw'oyogera ennyo kubikwatagana mu nkwegadanga sijja kubivuunula kuba si bye bisaana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So you met
because
this guy, and what happened? Did you lose him afterwards because of the person?
I lose nakola ki namuluzinga because oyo omuvubuka agenda n'atwabira ku poliisi nti twegasse naye
Oh,
babiri.
that's Uganda. So he brought another person home.
Yeah.
And then the person he brought home went to the police and reported.
Yes.
That you two, referring to both of you as men,
Yeah.
used him.
Yes.
Okay. That's Uganda.
Yes, that's why my journey started from Uganda to Kenya because nze nali simanyi what's going on.
Yeah.
Paka maje begajje ewaka ne ganzijako
So,
20
was it Maje or police?
Maje.
So the army came to your house and arrested the two of you.
No, they not arrest tebankwata bajja waka ne bangamba bagaye emitwalo 5.
Or they wanted money, they were extorting money from you.
Yes, mboli omuntu mbumba bali bubi nnyo. Ne nazala ndi nenzukwata nenkola ki nenziwaayo. Nemanya nti oba biwedde.
So that is very common in Uganda where somebody comes to your house, engages in sexual activity with one person, and then after that they go to the police and report that you used them, and then they come and start to extort money from you. This is what happened to Anita in Uganda, and she says this is when her plight started in Uganda. That once this person reported to the police, they went back to her home and started asking for money. The army officials went to her home and started extorting money from her. You don't hear me? All right, you're gonna get out of the studio and come back quickly. Get out of the studio. Get out of the studio and come back. Get out of the studio and come back. Studio, I'll stay on here alone. Please let Anita know to get out of the studio and come back. If I can stay on the screen alone as we wait for her to return. So that was Anita, and as I explained for those who have just joined us, Anita is a trans woman from Uganda. So far in the story, as we archive her history, she has told us that she was born in Uganda. Do you hear me, Anita? Okay. She was born in Uganda, raised in Uganda, but in the rural area. Eventually, while she was a little child, she dressed up like a girl, played with girls' games, and eventually through school she left the rural area and joined and went to the city. In the city, she got into two relationships. She did not know that she is transgender because she didn't know what that meant. She just knew that she felt like a woman and was attracted to men. And where we are at in the story is that her boyfriend in Kampala invited another person around, and that person, after doing what they did with he did with them, went to the police station and reported that they had used him. And this is very common with people this is a very common occurrence in Kampala in Uganda, where they extort money. So they started extorting money from her. Yes, Anita, that's where we were. The army started getting money from you.
Yeah, then nze bwe mba nva okukola ng'abantu bansongamu nga sibitegeera ku maduuka bansongamu gye ngula ebintu nga simanyi.
So people around the village, the town, started pointing at her. She didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, then oyo musajja takyasobola kujja wange nankubira essimu naŋŋamba enkya bagenda kukulumba baze ne bandoopera wano omusango bagenda kukulumba, they're gonna kill you.
So the local government official that she was dating called her and said, tomorrow they are going to come and attack you. They're coming to your house and they are going to kill you.
Then nampasa naŋŋamba wosobola okuvamu enensi, please go.
The local government official, who was also her boyfriend, gave her money and told her, if you can, please flee the country, leave the country. And that is how you left Uganda?
Yeah, that's why I left Uganda. Then baawo ne ŋŋenda ne nkubira some peer educator in Uganda ne mukubira.
Okay.
Then naŋŋamba ne mugamba nsobola okujja ne nsulako ewuwo, then n'okola ki ne nfuna gye ndaga.
Okay, so she called a peer educator yakuyamba ogenda outside?
Yeah.
Okay, so she called a peer educator in Uganda and requested for accommodation for a night, and then and then he advised that she goes to Kenya.
Yes.
He advised that she goes to Kenya for refuge.
Yeah, when natoka mu Kenya,
Did you know anybody in Kenya at that point?
No, I don't know anyone
in just Kenya. Went to Kenya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then naye but nali nawulira wali abaana abagenda because no expange gye yali ali kati nga manyi bagenda ku UN nga kirina ekigambo kimu. 2014.
Still 2014. So she fled to Kenya in 2014.
No, not me. My ex. Me, I was 2016.
Oh, the ex had fled to Kenya, the first person that she met in Kampala.
Yeah.
2016, she's also fleeing to Kenya. And you connected with him?
No, just nti nali manyi babeereeyo UN ye balabirira kati nze bwe nagenda nga ngenze ku UN naye nga UN weri simanyiiwo.
Oh, so when you went there, the reason you went to Kenya is because you had heard of one of your exes fleeing to Kenya for safety.
Yes.
And you knew they got to the United Nations, but you didn't know where the UN was.
Yes. Then budde ne bwenzibako mu kkubo nensanga nefuna police ne mbagamba sina wakusula ngenda kulaba mama wange mulwadde nnyo ali Nairobi ne bampa akaduukulu bwe bansuza.
That was in Nairobi?
No, it's not Nairobi, in Kenya.
Where in Kenya?
It is called Kisumu, Migori, that side.
So when she got to Migori in Kenya, she had nowhere to go, and she went to the police post and told them, I don't have a place to stay. I'm looking for somebody, for my mother. She lied that she's looking for her mother in Nairobi, and the police gave her a place to stay.
Yeah. kati ku makya ne baŋŋamba fuluma agenda then
And they threw her out in the morning.
nenfuna emmotoka eyantuuse e Nairobi.
And she ended up in Nairobi after that.
Then after ntuuse e Nairobi nengenda ku UN, then I skipped like 1 month.
She found her way to the United Nations when she got to Nairobi, and she spent there like 1 month.
Yeah, then I want to registering. Then
Wait a minute. When you got to the United Nations, you say you stayed there for 1 month. Were you sleeping there?
Yeah, outside.
Outside of the United Nations or UNHCR?
Yes.
Did the UNHCR know that you were there?
Yeah, we was 12 band like 50 people.
There were
or
about 50
100.
people, and you all slept outside?
Yeah, with another refugees. That's why I met a Ugandan community. So
the UNHCR was feeding you outside there?
No, you feed yourself.
So you're just in the compound of the UNHCR?
Yes.
So she when she got to the UNHCR, she met about 50 other queer refugees, all staying outside in the compound of the UNHCR in Nairobi, without food, without beddings, just in the compound, day and night.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Kati when nasanga bana Uganda abo, then we start life, and because to survive ng'olina kunoonya abasajja ku apps then ofune ekyokulya. That's the life you
For them to
survive.
survive, they had to do commercial sex work in order to get food and whatever they needed.
Yeah, that's Nairobi's life started, and that's why in Nairobi when I know, then in Nairobi when namanyira nti we have like abakyala mu basiyazi, abasajja to trans whatever transman transwomen, when nabimanyira awo nga ntuuse mu
She did
Kenya.
not know about the different identities within the queer community until she got to the UNHCR and lived among the other queer refugees who were fleeing. Were all they fleeing Uganda, or others were coming from other countries?
There's more countries, but that time Uganda be baaliwo ng'abasiyazi abaaliwo abaali bajja.
The majority were from Uganda.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So this was happening to all queer refugees who went to Kenya?
Yeah.
They ended up sleeping outside the UNHCR.
Yeah. They're sleeping outside because the bava mu nsi zaabwe nga tebamanyi wakutandikira nga bazze kunoonya buyambi nga naye wente agenda basuza kati balina okusula wabweru banoonye obuyambi okuva eri UNHCR.
So they slept outside for all those times because they were looking for support from the UNHCR. Did you get support from the UNHCR eventually? When you were there?
Bwe twajja twafunako obuyambi like for maybe 1 or 6 months.
Okay. They gave you help for 6 months?
Yeah, then they ne batuvaako.
What kind of support were you all getting from UNHCR for those 6 months?
Nga batuwa nusu kakaaga ak'e Kenya.
So they gave you about $50 a month?
Yeah, for rent and food.
For rent and food?
Yeah.
So you all left the UNHCR and found places to stay?
Yeah.
Where did you go, Anita? So that's a tough one, right?
Yeah, it's a tough. I cannot explain here because bitwaliramu omuntu omulala tegwesagala mentioning amanya.
Okay, just talk about things generally, so we get the general idea of what refugees do when they're in these situations.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so you found a place to rent, or you stayed somewhere? Okay.
I stayed with someone.
And what kind of did you find any challenges in Nairobi during that period?
Yeah, the challenges there was
a challenge. Of course, you mentioned lack of place to stay, food, and everything. But are there other things that refugees actually face during that period when they are still hanging around Nairobi?
Ekisooka, first of all, registration,
Registration, like registering as what? As asylum seekers?
Yeah, to get asylum seeker.
That's difficult.
So difficult. But when I go there, like they take like 3 months to two
Yeah,
months or 3 weeks.
yeah,
But the time I left in Nairobi,
yeah.
there is no totally registering. If you
Okay.
says queer from
Mm.
Uganda, no registration
No
at all.
registration. We will get there at that point. I mean, later on. But when you were there in 2016, it took like 3 months.
3 months to 2 months to 1 month. It is depend.
Okay, and then after registration, what happens?
And after registration, they told you they're gonna give like a 6 months support. Then after the 6 months, you look for work.
So, how long did you spend in Nairobi?
Mine it is difficult because I was in Nairobi and Kakuma.
Also, you also went to Kakuma
Yes,
refugee camp.
yes.
What took you to Kakuma refugee camp? Because you were in
Because
Nairobi, which was a little safer, even if it's not safe, but uh, compared to what life is like in the
yeah,
refugee camp.
because when I was in Nairobi, I was living with someone
Yes,
and I get support from UNHCR.
right.
But after 6 months, when UNHCR cut the money, I don't have rent to share with my friend. We try to wear.
When
I don't
UNHCR cut you off, you didn't have rent,
food and
food.
another stuff.
Yes,
I go to UNHCR to complain.
yes,
My friend kicked me out. I don't have money to bear rent, food, and whatever.
yes.
Then nenyingira munda mu UN, omukyala nankolako nangamba tujja kukubira. Then
So you
after,
let the UNHCR that you are now homeless,
yeah,
and they said they would call you. They will call you
yes,
back. Did they ever
yes.
call you back?
Then I was from UNHCR inside to outside, where I find the police arrest refugees outside.
Oh, after talking to the lady, you came outside, and outside you found the police arresting refugees.
Yes, and arrest me too.
Oh, they arrested you.
And they take me to the police station. Then
Wow.
after 2 days, they drive us to Kakuma camp
Oh, because Kenya had the encampment policy that all refugees should be staying in the
in the
refugee
camp.
camp.
Yes,
So that is why you were arrested that day.
yes,
And you ended up in the refugee
yes, in the refugee camp in the desert.
in the desert of Turkana. How was life in the refugee camp?
Uh, twatuukayo when I was 16. Uh, the life was too totally bad.
Right.
Yeah, but we find another people that side
Yes.
because in Uganda before was bw'ogamba nti you are gay, you are trans, it is a criminal. It is still a criminal in the government and some things, but
So in Uganda, if you are queer,
yes,
criminal, then
yes.
yes.
But waliyo abantu abavaayo ne bajja mu nkambi nga beesabye akasiko k'obusiyazi. That's the
But
people we
there are
find
other
that
people
side.
who live Uganda who are not gay, but they will register themselves as gay.
Yes,
So you found such people in the camp.
in the camp.
And then
Then we see life is so bad because try to not any facility nga tulya muwemba.
so you didn't have any support there. You ate millet for food.
Yeah,
Okay.
tulya
Who
muwemba.
gave you the millet?
Sorry,
Was it the UNHCR?
UNHCR. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Then after 1 month, I try to kugenda kufa abamu then
You were
netufuna.
going to die. What was going to
Yeah,
kill you?
because nga tumanyidde bulamu bwayo,
Oh,
tetumanyidde emmere ng'amazzi galimu omunnyo.
the water was salty.
Yeah,
The
and
food was unbearable.
there is no medication, medically tewali ddagala, you know.
Right.
Then tufuna omuntu yali abeera Nairobi. That time yali amaze traveling agenze mu US bamuyita Haidar Bossa.
Oh, so
Then
another refugee who had gone through the process was now
yeah,
in the US. So you
yeah,
contacted them.
yeah. Then atufunira funding sente zaatujja kutuza mu Nairobi.
Oh, so he got you funding with transport from Kakuma back to Nairobi.
Yes.
Were you allowed to go back to Nairobi?
Because in Nairobi, nsobola okwetunda.
Okay, she says because she had to go back to Nairobi because in Nairobi she can survive through sex work.
Yeah, then nfuna akasente akatono ak'okulya,
And get
oba n'ofuna omusajja akusuzaako ennaku ebbiri nga bwakwegattako, like,
days.
yeah. Then bwetaddayo e Nairobi, kati nga bw'ogenda ku UN bakugamba nti fayiro ye eri Kakuma.
I remember the time that I met you, that was not your first time in Kakuma.
Yeah.
Wow, it wasn't?
No, that's the second time.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not easy for anybody to get to safety.
Yeah. Then you call Kakuma, they told you your file is in Nairobi. If you call Nairobi, they say your file is in Kakuma.
So there's no definite answer. When you're in Nairobi,
yeah,
you go to Kakuma, your file is in Kakuma. When you call Kakuma, they tell you it's in Nairobi.
yes.
So you don't even know where your file is at that point.
No.
Yeah.
Then after the one day called the UNHCR told me, tebandaba mu system.
Eventually, the UNHCR said they don't see her in the system.
Yeah. And I personally, I call UNHCR to take him to the camp.
And this time, she called the UNHCR and asked them to take her to the camp.
Nebantwala mu kampu ne ntuukayo. Ate abaali baŋŋamba ab'e Nairobi nti keesi eri mu kampu, n'ab'ekkampu nga baŋŋamba keesi eri Nairobi. Ate bwe ntuuka e Kakuma ate balikwesitinga keesi okuva e Nairobi ate okudda mu nkambi.
And when she reached Kakuma, she found that her case wasn't there, even if they had told her it's in Kakuma. And now Kakuma had to request for her case from Nairobi. Remember, Nairobi had already said the case was in Kakuma. The reason why I am trying to get all this out of Anita, because this is not unique to just Anita. This is the life of queer refugees. The process it takes them to get to safety, for a few lucky ones to get to safety. This is what they have to go through, and that is why I'm digging deep for that information. It is representative of many of our siblings in Kenya. Yes, please go on.
And nerabiddemu wali nga watututteyo ogwasooka.
Yeah.
But siba mu kkomera for 1 month.
Oh, she's going back now. The first time she was in Kakuma, she was in jail for 1 month. Why, Anita? Over what?
Because we was advocates our rights. We are tulwanira eddembe lyaffe nga twagala obwenkanya ku ddembe lyaffe nga titulifuna.
How were you were advocating for your rights? Were you doing protests or
no? What? Yeah, nga twawandika ebipande nga tusaako okwemulugunya kwaffe.
Oh, so they used to write placards and they would put their grievances on that and their basically asking for their human rights to be respected and protected in Kakuma Refugee Camp. And that is why they were arrested and jailed for 1 month.
Era bwe batusaba tukukomera ne batwawula nga polisi n'egamba abasibe bano bemulaba wano 16 bali b'amatako basiyazi.
So there were 16 of them, queer people. When they were taken to jail, the police officers who arrested them announced to the other jailmates, inmates, that these 16 you see over here are queer. Just like they just declared them there, meaning handing them over to the
katinga n'abasibe batutya ogera naffe ne bwoba musulanga nga bukota bwe muti naye ng'ate omukoonako nga tosobola toweebase because otya okukoona ku muntu ate akuguleko omusango nti wadde oyagala mukuluusanya ekiro.
So she says that in the jail they were sleeping very close to each other, body to body, but the other prisoners, the other inmates, did not even want these ones' bodies to touch them because they were filthily queer.
Nga ne bwe tuba tugenda kufuna mmere nga batwawula bano basiyazi.
Even when they went to get food at meals times, they used to separate them from the others because and they would say the queer ones you stay here, the rest go that side.
Yeah, kati byebyo kati mbadde nerabidde then twatukomyewo wali.
Now, so eventually they took you asked to be taken back to Kakuma.
Yes. Then
and how was life that time?
That time because lwokuba nagendayo nga nkyuzinze.
Yes.
Nengamba either to die or to win.
So this time you had chosen to go back yourself and you were ready to either die or win.
Yes.
Okay. So how different was it from the first time?
The first time.
The second time, what was the difference?
The second time because I was nali nsazeewo okufa n'okuwona.
Okay.
Nga buli kijja nde kukigumira either kiyitamu oba okukyokuntwala.
The second time she was in Kakuma, she was ready to die. She was ready for anything. She faced everything that came to her. Were you ever arrested again during that time?
Yeah, because the second sibagambe nti no nyina mbaidwa n'omwana. I didn't say that. Maybe you can go back and explain that.
Or she wants to also mention that she has a son.
Yeah, kati nalina omwana nga sina ng'ejjenga nti kati jjukira bamungobesa ewaffe. I cannot. Sina bengenda muteeka sigamba nti.
Had traveled to Kenya with her son, so they were together in camp.
Kati nengamba dino memi okufa oba okuwangula. Nga embeera mbi Victor nga toweebaka oba weebasa ekiro nga bajja bakuba ennyumba amayinja nga bagitema.
Even when they went to sleep at night, was it the other refugees?
The refugee from Sudan.
The other refugees from Sudan would come and attack their houses and throw stones on the roofs.
Oba misana oba kiro nga batwataakinga.
They would attack them day and night.
But nga iwe nekyegamba nti mulina okukwatagana mwogere nabo.
Would say you need to work together with the others and learn to live with them.
And bwebana tugambe nga abaeresi b'ekyalo batuyita tugende mu meeting twogere nabo nga nabo nga boogera batwennyala nga batuula side eri bokka muno bateekamu nga tebaagala namubasemberere.
And when they did as the UN said, they would go to the village meetings, but even in the village, during the village meetings, they used to separate them as queer people, and the other people did not want to interact with them.
Ate nga bennyini abagamba twogere nabo nga babadda mu meeting bagamba mulimu abagamba bano tusabakkiriza kubeera ku kino ekyalo oba kubeera mu Kakuma because bono n'abaana baffe babayigiriza emize emibi.
And the leaders would say, we cannot let these people stay with us because they are spoiling our children.
Kati nga UN bwefuna information nga there is nothing tena kyekolawo.
And then the UNHCR would not do anything about that.
Yeah.
I remember a time when people lost their lives in Kakuma.
Yes.
I remember a time when people's houses were set on fire. I remember a time when there were so many queer refugees that were attacked and had wounds and injuries everywhere. Were you in Kakuma during some of those times?
Yeah, I was in Kakuma, Victor. I saw everything. Even me, even now, I have a llama here. And bantu nga wano ewuzi ne zivunda nga zivaamu n'envunya omutwe nga dabasobaganya okunkolako because I'm a trans
She
woman.
said she witnessed it all. She got a big injury in her head. She has a big scar. It started to rot because the nurses in Kakuma could not work on her, saying she's a trans woman.
Then God saved me, but was not easier because when I was scrolling in the Facebook, and I the organizer called Rainbow Railroad, and I click and I request them for help. That's why I
Oh,
starting.
so that is how you got in touch with Rainbow Railroad
Yes,
and asked them for help.
yes.
Before we go to where Rainbow Railroad comes through, uh, transgender people, were there other transgender refugees in Kakuma camp apart from you?
Victor, I can say yes, like I say no.
Please elaborate.
Because now the real trans woman,
Yeah,
the real queer people,
yeah,
they don't want to go to the camps.
okay.
Because now the camps ejjudde abantu abava e Dubai mu Abu Dhabi okukola obwakadaama nga biganye
So
ne bayitira mu kisiyaga.
so there's she says there are so many people who feel the camp, people flee coming from Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and they have failed to continue to the west. They will come to the camps and claim safety as homosexuals.
Yeah. Bw'oba obala abaana tugamba lyo nga 5 osobola okuggyamu abaana 7 ku 10
So
abasiyazi
if you
abaddala.
hear that there are like 500 queer people in Kakuma, the reality would be that only about 7 to 10 are actual queer people.
And it's not in Kakuma only, even in Kenya, Nairobi, even in Southern Sudan, the same thing because nti abatuufu abaddala agenda alaba alaba ebyapeninga mu ezo camps n'agamba lwaki ngenda okufiira ewa kisifiira mu nsi yange ne banzita nga ndaba because ng'alaba eri kirala nnyo ate nga ne gyaleka nakyo kirala then n'abeera confused.
It says that most of the real queer people will refuse to go to the camps because they are not ready to face what is there.
Yeah.
So, as a trans woman during that period, did you live with any other trans women or trans men for that matter?
Yeah, I live with my trans woman called Dora.
Okay.
She's in Nairobi.
Okay.
And another trans woman is here in Canada. There are 3 or 2 here in Canada. And
Okay.
another one, they're coming very soon. Yeah, but and another one, it is still in Uganda. They're killing another one. They killed in Kenya. There's some trans killed in Kenya.
There are
Yeah,
trans people, refugees who
yeah,
have died in Kenya.
yeah. Even the Kenyan trans woman, they killed the homophobia in Kenya.
They also
That's why Africa bad because of the trans that rushing to the Africa the homophobia kwa trans woman, because tebabagala they don't know tebali safe anywhere.
so trans women suffer a lot in
Yes.
Africa. So, Anita, when you found Rainbow Railroad, when you reached out to them, what happened?
And Nabasanga, I find on the Facebook, I was
Mm,
scrolling like this and I find the writing like saying, I say Rainbow Railroad because I see the color and
yes.
the word rainbow,
Uh-huh.
and I click. Then there's some down it say click here if you need your help, and I
Okay.
click,
Yes.
and I click for safety.
All right.
I start. They told me write your names, whatever, what's happening. Give us the little story, a small story,
Yeah.
and because I was facing a lot,
Yes.
I liked the message. They
Yes.
reached me as soon as possible.
Yes.
They told me they're gonna let's bagenda kunzijayo
Okay.
nshegera.
They promised
Then
that they would take you out of there, out of the.
yes,
Yes.
then they start ne bataka kunsaba evidences of Julie's and what everything and name presenting a Jibali.
Mm-hmm. You gave them all the evidence of your of your of the violations against you.
Yeah, but COVID networker, then
Then there was
everything in
COVID,
then everything and they begin that down.
and then it all went down. But for those who are just hearing Rainbow Railroad for the first time, that's an organization in Canada that has worked so hard and has helped a lot of queer people across the globe to flee to safety. And Anita is one of those people that have received support from Rainbow Railroad. Anita,
Yeah.
did you ever go back to Nairobi?
Yeah, awo lwali 19 gwali gwakutaano
Which year was that?
2021 2021, yeah.
Around 2021, you went back to Nairobi.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the day I was big gonna killed.
Yes.
Then after that incident, like what I write to my friend, anawandika mukwano gwange ali wano Canada, ali Ottawa, then naruchinga Rainbow because ngalabe kigenda maaso ground.
So still Rainbow was contacted to support you.
Yeah, then Rainbow ne contactinga
Yes.
neŋŋamba agenda kuntwala e Nairobi for safety, then
So it is
banzija
Rainbow that
wandeete.
actually helped you back to Nairobi.
Yes.
Yeah, they got you to safety. Wow.
Yeah. But before Rainbow kujja okuntwala e Nairobi, na meetinga waliwo na connectinga gwe ku ssimu. I
Before Rainbow
connect
took you
you.
to Nairobi,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
connected with me.
yes.
Yes,
Then
that's right.
because that time was in a different obulamu bwali buli different nga people dying without eating,
People
people
were dying
dying
of cancer.
without water, without anything, without medication. Then I reach at you, then nokunoonyeza obuyambi. I look for hope or funding like money, get
So
where
she
we
reached
can
out to me
sleep,
and I found.
counseling and whatever. I thank you so much, Victor, because maybe if we were not come out that time, maybe it is gonna be another story for me, because you save me and you save another baby itabasiyazi to live up to now.
My pleasure. Now we go away from me. But
No,
thank you.
I cannot go so because you save people a lot and you take your effort and your power and everything and your knowledge to people to be alive.
It's what we are all called to do, to serve each other.
Yeah.
So then
Then
you got
then
back to Nairobi.
then I go back to Nairobi with Rainbow Railroad.
Yes.
They look for me. I call the safe house,
Uh-huh.
but it's not a safe house. And Victor, you remember I told you I didn't want to go to that house.
So there are safe houses
Because
in Nairobi, and from Kakuma, you went to a safe house,
yes,
and from the safe house,
no, I told you I don't want to go to that safe house, if you remember.
yes,
And
you
you
said
told
you
me,
still want to go to.
Anita, you want to be alive, want to save your life, go that
Ah,
side.
yes, I remember you didn't want to go to that safe house,
Yes.
but
Then
it
I
was
reached,
better than living in the camp.
yes.
Yeah.
I got the safe house.
Mm-hmm.
I find two women
Okay.
with
Lesbians,
3 kids.
2 women and 3 children. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Then they the woman is I say is so happy to see me, the
Was
house.
she was so what?
Basanyuka nnyo okundaba.
Oh, they were so happy to see you.
Yes.
Yes.
And I said, okay, she's my sister too, and I don't have an issue with, the ladies.
Yes.
Then we go to the market to buy something to eat, drink,
Yes.
and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then after 2 days, they starting saying, batuletedde omunyama, oba gunaatwagala, whatever, like that conversation.
So in this safe house, these women were so excited to see Anita, and she's like, "Oh, my sisters are here," and then that. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So eventually, these women start speaking in Uganda, a language that Anita understands, and they were saying, "Oh, they brought us some meat. They hope that the meat will like them because they saw you as a man,
Yes.
so they thought you are a man will come to service them."
Yes.
Or this
Then
happens.
yeah, they start came in my bed. They
Oh,
starting asking me to fuck.
okay, all right. So they wanted to use you in sexually, and that is a shocker. If this was it a queer shelter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then bwe nagaana okwegatta nabo ne banzigula ku lutalo nga bakazi bajja bali bwerere babiri baagala mbeebakeko.
Okay, so there was a lot of abuse there. So they started to have issues with you because you refused to service them in the ways they wanted you to.
Yes.
Okay. Shame. Sorry.
Then I nenva mu nnyumba nga ngenda nsula mu
So are there
basajja.
shelters which say are queer shelters, but the house the people in there are not queer?
Many, 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 many shelters in Nairobi, they have the names. We are queer people, but not queer people. They are faking to get money of the donors. They're faking the name to get settled in the US, in Canada, in England, in whatever, in Australia, because they look for banoonya we bajjira e Bulaaya. Let me call that.
So they chased you out.
They chase me out, and I start sleeping outside because I'm looking for where I can go.
With your
That's
son?
yes. That's where I contact Nature's Network to
Oh,
help me, to host me
yeah,
a little bit.
yeah. Nature's Network is a queer organization.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is a queer organization, real queer organization, no fake, no whatever. Then
yeah.
I go there. Then after there, like 2 days, 3 days, there's some former queer person, ex-queer, maybe I can say
Ex-queer
that.
person. Okay. Or these people
Yes,
who have gone through some kind of revival and then they become straight again.
yes.
Yes.
Because me, I was new that side.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on in the shelter.
Yes.
Then maybe they have issues. Then
Feel free to use the language you want so that we move.
yeah, buying a ebizibu ebyesimanyi.
Yeah,
okuva emabega.
there were a lot of complications that you didn't know about among the
Yes,
community members. Yes.
but remember that day our former refugee called Crichton yali afudde nga alina okuziikibwa kati nga tulina okugenda mu
May
lumbe.
his soul rest in peace. Crichton had just died, and they needed to go to the funeral.
Then tugenda okuziika okusaba. Then baabasigala eka nga baga batuweesa tugamba poliisi egenda kujja wano omwana agambye mbu agambye tuteeka ffenna mu kkomera mbu twamukozesezza kirindi.
So these queer people at what's the organization called? Nature's Network went to the funeral service for the late Crichton, who had died in Kakuma Refugee Camp. And while they were away from the shelter, the few who had stayed at the shelter called them and told them that the police is here. They want to take everybody.
Yes. Then fene tugamba abatalina musango ate etutwagaza ki era ejjatutwagaza because tosobola kukwata muntu nga talina musango.
They had done nothing wrong, so they went back to the house.
Yeah, then otaddeyo waka poliisi nejja netusangawo netusaka bange tutwaliza omusango we ku ntebe guti natwala mu kkomera 4.
The police, when they returned home from the funeral service, the police came by and arrested them and took them to jail. What was the case? They claimed you had crime you had committed.
Oyo omuvubuka ayagamba yali avudde mu bisiyaga n'agamba mbu twamukozesezza ffenna.
The ex-gay alleged that these people in the shelter, in Nature's Network shelter, had used him. Which was not, was it right or not?
No.
It was a lie. Lied to the police that they had used him, so that is why they were arrested and taken to jail.
Then tutuuka mu kkomera nga poliisi ebagamba mu bikolo binamwe tulabe gye babateeka obusolo.
And the police humiliated them, asking them to show their genitals and for them to see what, the police wanted to see their genitals.
Then ngamala nga batukuba nga batusonsekamu ebiti abana bavaayo nga bavaayo mu musaayi.
They beat them up, and for many they had the police pushed sticks through their batons through their anuses.
Then ne batusiba nze navaayo for 1 month and abana bavaayo after 2 months.
She was there in jail for 1 month, and others were released after 2 months.
Era Rainbow yanoonya ssente ezatujja mu kkomera because ffe twali tulina kye tusobola.
Again, Rainbow provided the funding to get them out of jail and to start over.
Yeah, that's the journey from Uganda to Kenya and Kakuma
Anita,
to Nairobi. Yes.
This is very, very heartbreaking. But like I said, for the viewers, that we went into details for Anita, unlike the interviews we do every day, because we want that picture painted of what a refugee goes through, especially a transgender refugee, what they go through when they go through the refugee process in Kenya, in the refugee camps. She said also that it is no different in Sudan, in the camps in Sudan. It's the same thing, I imagine, elsewhere. So while you were in Kenya, before now you leave Kenya, are there so many people who actually went through what you went through? Have people end up in jail? Do people go to jail? Is this still happening?
Yes, they go to jail. Pawusonseka ebiti babakuba abateeka mu makomera g'abasajja nga abate nga bakazi.
They still push batons in their anuses. They put them in what jails?
Tebateeka oli oyinza tulanze nagamba oli musajja ne bakebeera pambula nga kussa muli abasajja.
So trans women are checked, and once they are proved to be trans women, they are put into men's jails.
Yeah, they are facing a lot of things. They still bakyasula ne wabweru.
They still sleep outside. We're talking about queer refugees in Kenya. They still sleep outside on the streets.
Yeah.
Is the situation still the same in Kakuma?
In the Kakuma, the same situation, but Victor, you know, the tete ali mu siyazi ba transwoman ali mu kampu nga ova Uganda nga waddala. Because
Okay.
batya kati abamugendayo ate n'abaliyo they feel like one or two.
So you're saying there's hardly any trans women in the camp, in the camps?
Yeah, there's few.
There are few. Okay. But do queer refugees get support? Like you're saying, they're sleeping on the streets. We are seeing so many organizations trying to help in Nairobi, for example. Why is it that people still sleep on the streets?
Because Victor, because of the sleep in the street, Victor, osanga omwana transwoman talina waakola. Oluusi ayimidde kalimo kamuntu oluusi nako tekamuwadde ssente bulungi bamukoye mu nnyumba kwekitegeera ebitongole ebiriyo tibigenda kukwata ssente zigwizibwe mwana omuntu sasula ennyumba yo.
So people are still on the streets because, for example, you'll find a trans woman in Nairobi and, they're sleeping on the streets. They are still doing commercial sex work to find something to eat. The organizations in Nairobi will not provide funding for them to get a house to stay and for other stuff.
Yeah.
What, like they don't, there's no funding for that, for there's no humanitarian funding? Because I remember earlier on in the early 2010s, refugees used to get money from organizations like HIAS, from UNHCR for rent. There's no such support anymore.
There's no such at all. There's no money from the UN. There's no money from the IAS because abantu bwe bajja abaana bwe basinga bajja mu Kenya abangi straight bajja mu Kenya nga batandika okugula ebibiina batandika okulobinga ssente okuva mu bazungu.
So she says that the problem is that at some point more people came to Nairobi to seek refuge, to seek asylum as gay people, and many of them were straight masquerading as gay people, and they opened up many organizations, and the money goes to those organizations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kati bafunding abali basinga fundinga maybe abapatenga mu UN nga baziwa bo benyini directly. That's
So
why sending the Zigwanga don't take in a cent.
Organizations such as UN and other NGOs that used to fund people directly, that money, these organizations started putting them in these new organizations in the hope that they will fund people on the ground, which was not the case.
Yeah, because nayate bazifuna because in Nairobi ebitongole bitononga government waliyo natures yensobola okugamba nti queer people n'ebirala kubasa amanya sigamanyi naye nga abantu babeeramu bamanyi nti bano basiyas baddala naye mostly ebisinga.
We had trans arrivals here.
Yeah.
There was RTI, I think.
Yeah.
RTI, Refugee Trans Initiative.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a few
genuine organizations. There are a few, yes.
Yeah.
But mostly it's singa they are fake organizations.
Yeah, I also know another organization called Keneswa that is housing some people. And of course, the Victor Mukasa Foundation is also lending a hand to a few refugees with accommodation. But the need in Nairobi is still very big. Here, Anita left a gap there, and there is a gap. But Anita, you've become one of those very outspoken refugees. A refugee activist. You've really stood up to speak out for refugees, protect the safety of refugees and resettlement and all that. Anita, you did this when you were in Nairobi, right?
Yes.
What pushed you to become that kind of person?
Ekyandeeta okuvaayo ekyampushinga because nalaba nga waliwo oli najja n'agamba nze ndi mukyala ama trans woman. Kitegeera bw'atuuka e Bulaaya wano ng'agamba tabangako.
One of the things that made her stand up, pushed her into standing up, into the activism that she does, is that people will pretend to be trans women during the refugee process, and once they get to safety in the resettlement countries, they'll say they've never been transgender. So meaning they used the trans identity just to go out.
Sorry?
They used the trans identity to go abroad.
Yeah, bakozesa gender okuva mu Uganda oba okuva mu Kenya okujja mu zino ensi. Oba okozesa gender eyo okufuna ssente mu badoona babasupporting naye nga tebali kati nze ne ŋŋamba no kino nnina okuvaayo nkyogereko because kimenyaamenya community yange, you know, kiyuzayuzaamu abantu because waliwo emikisa gy'abantu egisibiddwa because of this.
There are so many people who have not been able to succeed in their resettlement processes because of these people who masquerade as gay. They take the resources, they take the place of the queer refugees. And they, you know, that is why she decided to stand up and fight.
Yeah.
When did you leave Nairobi?
I leave Nairobi 2023, October 25.
October, and you went direct to Toronto, Canada?
Yeah, I went to Toronto, Canada directly.
How do you call it? Toronto?
Toronto, yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yes, she ended up in Toronto, Canada, where she is safe now.
I can say is 80% safe.
Relatively safe.
Yes.
Compared to how things were in Kenya and Nairobi.
Yeah.
There are many people who have managed to leave that situation to other countries. Are there many people who have succeeded like you?
Yeah, some people succeed, mostly the people I know. My sister, where we are fighting our rights in Kenya, in Uganda. Yeah, but she's here, they are here, and we live a good life, a good, beautiful country.
Some of her trans sisters have succeeded. They are with her in Toronto. They live a good life in their new country. Anita.
Yeah, but it is like when you came to Canada or abroad, it is not easier like what you think.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because nze bwe najja wano eno, there's something was into byali bigumu kale, you know,
when
because
she says when she came to Toronto, things were not as easy as we might think.
Yeah, because nze bwe nali nzija wano nali nsuubira ngenda kusanga ennyumba ennungi, okusanga obuliri obulungi, ngenda kusanga engoye ez'omulembe, ngenda kunshoppingira nga buli we njagadde, ngenda kuba nnyina ssente.
She had hoped that coming to Toronto, she would find a house ready for her. They would shop for her what she needs. She'll eat whatever she wants. And she says it wasn't the case.
Yeah, and sobola kugamba kunenya baali bandeeta because nti
they got you out of danger.
Yeah, banzija mu buzibu, but ekintu kye ŋŋamba nti we need to abantu abo bojja wano tulina okweteekamu nti ngenda kusanga buli kimu nga kiri ku mukeeka because bw'ova e Uganda n'ojja wano ostartingira wansi ng'omuntu atalina kyalina n'oddayo ku scratch wansi.
So she's saying that for those who are planning to come, don't be like her. Don't put it in your head that you're going to find everything clean over there for you. You're going to have to struggle to get where you want to be. Yeah. Now that you're on that point, Anita, there are so many people who are still in that horrible refugee process that you have described. Abantu bangi bakyali mu mbeera eyo. There are so many. Every day we are receiving emails and requests for support from Kenya, from Zambia, from Sudan. You know, people are still struggling. They are still on the ground. They are suffering and struggling to get to safety. If we left you here on the screen alone, could you please leave a message of encouragement, or whatever message you feel you want to give refugees, especially trans refugees who are still in this process, in this very deadly process? Leave a message for them, and we will actually cut it out and send it to queer refugees in those countries.
Victor nga sinnaba kugenda eyo,
Mm.
the nakinsaba okwogerako
Okay, I have
nti
something more to say before I do that. Mm-hmm.
nti ebitongole
Uh-huh.
ebireeta wano abantu
Uh-huh.
mostly Rainbow Railroad kubanga nze gyemanyi eyandeeta wano
The organizations that bring people here, mostly Rainbow Railroad,
nti bakyuseemu ku bukwakkulizo bwe baleeteramu abantu because baleeta abantu abatali batuufu.
that please adjust on the procedures that you take to bring queer refugees to Canada, because so many people masquerading as queer are coming through that process.
Babaleeta wano nga si batuufu ne batuuka ne babeera transphobia, ne babeera homophobia, nga
They bring them
tebagaana
here.
kukulabako ng'oli transwoman oba ng'oli musias. They feel bad ng'ate
Those
bayitira
people
mu kitongole ekinene.
those people come through to Canada and they practice homophobia and transphobia, and they treat them who are real queer badly.
Yes, thank you.
That is a good message, and I think that is the message. There's no there's no message more powerful than that you have left. That is a message, a plea, a request to organizations that are helping to bring people from Kenya, Zambia, Sudan to countries like Canada, that please scrutinize the process even deeper, because they know you try. Scrutinize it even deeper so that those masquerading as queer do not abuse the system such that queer people can benefit. Because when these people come to their new countries, they denounce homosexuality and being transgender. They actually become homophobic and transphobic and begin to treat queer people badly. I think that is a good way to end, Anita. Thank you so much. And please say something to our viewers and our listeners as we leave.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vika, to host me here and to interpret
Yes.
my the Zoom, my language. But before I say bye bye, I request the organization out. I'm requesting all the organization in diaspora who can help trans person in Africa. Please, 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 please favor us. Maybe every 1 year we can get like 5 trans women or 10 trans women, because they are suffering a lot. They get abusing. They killed trans people. But the organization or the migration bring here people. Be be attentive. Please look the document for the trans person, because they are suffering. And there's more trans person, they don't go to school, no education because of the trauma they have, because of the family they get chased out from home. Please, organizations help trans women because they are suffering a lot. They kill himself in the bed when she's sleeping, and Thank you so much for hosting me, Victor, and the viewers, and that's me.
Thank you, everybody who is listening to us, who has been watching us. And we ask you to come back again next Friday for even more of the Archival Conversations. Au revoir. Bye bye.